So thank you all for joining. We're going to do a 75-minute 26 and 2 yoga class. This style of yoga is the same 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises every time. So every time you do it, you get a little bit more information. At first, you're just getting information about the yoga postures. As you become familiar with the sequence, then you start to get more information about you, which is kind of cool, right? The yoga stays the same so that you can change. This style of yoga is traditionally done in a hot room, and during COVID, you might not have access to a super hot room. I certainly do not. So we're actually going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up the body before we hop into 26 and 2 yoga. With sun salutations and with every part of the yoga practice that we do, if something doesn't feel right to your body, remember that you can modify the posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Certainly at times yoga is meant to be challenging, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, but it should never be painful or causing you any harm, right? So if you feel like part of your yoga practice is causing harm, that's when it's a good idea to ease up a little bit. If you ever have like a question about a certain posture, just make a mental note about it and like message me after class. We can always figure that out. So for sun salutations, come towards the top of your mat. I'm going to stand back and show you in periphery. And for sun salutations, it's different movements. Every movement goes with an inhale or an exhale. It's through the nose and the throat is gently constricted. It's called Ujjayi breathing. You breathe a little slower and longer, and that really helps to generate body heat at the beginning of class. So come towards the top of your mat. Again, I'm going to show you from a little bit further back. Bring your feet close together. Take a moment, bring the weight into your toes, bring the weight back into your heels, and then just like firmly arrive in the present moment. Take an inhale and an exhale. This is an invitation to be here now. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, looking up as if you were saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, hold forward, arms with your ears, put your hands on the floor and drop your head. Inhale into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or even the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor and step back. You can step back into a high plank or into a tabletop position. Option to stay here or take a vinyasa. Lean forward 2 inches. Hug your elbows in and slowly lower down. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and stomach on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. So lift your hips, press your heels down, drop your head. If down dog doesn't feel right, come down into child's pose. Spread your knees wide, reach your arms forward, and sink your hips down. So every plank can be a tabletop. Every down dog can be a child's pose. And if that lowering down and then coming up into a back bend, that vinyasa motion doesn't feel good for you, skip it. Go directly from your plank or tabletop straight into your down dog or child's pose. On your next inhale, look forward, hands on the floor. Step forward, feet between the hands, coming up into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and drop your head down, look towards your shins. Inhale, reach your eyes, come up, arms with your ears, looking up overhead, saluting the sun. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, stomach in, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale into a halfway lift, weight in your toes, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, hands on the floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. Remember, you can go from here directly into your down dog, or you can take that vinyasa going forward 2 inches, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend, either baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. So if you're doing child's pose, reach your arms forward, press your hips closer to your heels. If you're doing down dog, Press your heels closer to the floor. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling and drop your head down. Look for your shins. Remember your Ujjayi breathing. Take a slow inhale through the nose, generating heat. Slow exhale through the nose, warming up the body. Inhale, look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, look back. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, keep looking forward, hands on the floor, step back. Keep exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into your baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog or child's pose. For down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Try to bring your scapula down your ribs, drop your head, contract your thighs, lift your hips and try to get your heels closer to the floor. Take an inhale, take an exhale. Inhale, look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head, look back. Inhale, looking up, reach your eyes, come on up, arms with your ears. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Wonderful. Okay, come to the middle of your mat and towel. That was our little warm up. From here, we will continue with traditional 26 into yoga, starting with a breathing exercise, pranayama, deep breathing. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touch. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Have a great class. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly bring your head back. Reach your arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward. Elbows touching away from your chest. Inhale, head down. Chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Trichonasana, like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Stack and set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs. Keep your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt. Grow taller out of the base of your spine. And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathing in through the nose, against the back of the throat, create a little bit of a vibration, snoring sensation. Exhale, head up, use your throat muscles. Think of your throat like a valve. Constricted, breathe slower, longer, exhale more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, slow down, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to move. The slower you do, the better you do. Exhale, head up. Synchronize your breath with your body movement. Slowly head back. Slowly arms forward, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Notice if you're rocking back and forth or side to side. Exhale, head up. Weight stays in your heels. Hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles nice and tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale. Suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up, suck it in, hold it in tight. So abdominal wall engaged, spine straight, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, just the neck and arms are moving. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, back flat from the side. Exhale, head up. So just your neck, spine drops back. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up, take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue, Artichomasta, Ookatasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, tight grip, stretch up, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. So it's less like a pendulum and more like a human actively stretching up, practicing yoga. Okay, when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips forward and squeeze your palms together up to the wrists. Bring your head and arms back with your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels. Contract your glutes, your quads, your hips, and push your hips a little forward. Suck your stomach in, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right, coming down in a straight line. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I am not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the right, when in fact right now I am bending to the left. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Just know that in this style of yoga, we will do the right side first. Notice if the weight's shifting into your toes. Bring the weight back into your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back. Push your right hip forward, two hips in line. Left shoulder forward, two shoulders in line. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. First back bend, I'll show you from the side. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open and relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give it a gentle shake. Keep your eyes open. Look for the floor behind you. Immediately bring your arms back. Try to touch the wall behind you. If you're new, I will model it for you and then I will walk you through it. So total spine backward bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Try to fall down backwards. Maximum weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, biceps, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, hinge at your hips, go down, stomach to thighs, put your hands on the floor and relax your head down. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath, stepping on all 10 fingers. Wrap your elbows back, touch stomach to thighs, chest, knees, and then just let your head go. Touch your face to your shins below your knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll the weight forward into your toes and lift your hips up. So the trick is to bring a little bit more weight forward into the toes. Lift your hips up, push your knees back, pull, stretch, try to lengthen your spine. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, arms over your head, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, push your hips forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. Now, as you come down, notice if the knees or elbows start to bend, especially if that right elbow is bending or that right knee is bending. Lock your right leg as much as your left leg. Push your right bicep into your ear as much as you're pushing your left bicep into your ear, and breathe through your nose. Once you have that alignment, then you get a little deeper, come down, push and push, lock your arms and push, lock your legs and push, change. Inhale to come up, reset, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right, coming down in a straight line without bending your elbows or your knees. Continuously push your hips to the right. Bring the weight back into your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, gotta suck your stomach in. Push your right hip forward, two hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. I am sweating. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes, and then bring your arms back with your ears. So the same way when we move the spine right and left, now we're going backwards, lock your arms, lock your legs or your hands coming apart, squeeze your palms together up to the wrist, actively push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and then actively push your arms back to the wall behind you, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Drop your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. You've been here before, notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight. There's no right or wrong. This is your experience. And whatever you experience through this yoga, through this 75 minutes is completely valid, okay? Second set, hands to feet pose, Ookatasana. Bend your knees halfway, grab the backs of your legs or eventually your heels from behind. Everybody roll forward and pull. Pulling is the object of stretching. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pull on your heels, roll forward like a wheel and lift your hips up. Eventually the legs will lock, but if your legs are straight and your upper body's coming off your lower body, bend your knees more, bend your elbows more, then roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come on up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, very nice. Arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward, Ookatasana, step your right foot to the right 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel like 11s, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit down into a chair, feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels, sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and then your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. A little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up. Lean back, fall back, way back. Try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward. Now come up maximum on your tiptoes like a ballerina. Stretch up out of the crown of your head, bend your knees, sit down. So this is the first time that we're playing with balance. Keep lifting your heels up, balancing on the balls of your feet. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, heels down, keep your arms where they are, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down, knees together. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until you're a ½ inch off your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine straight from the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, thighs together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Second set, step your right foot to the right hip width distance. I will show you from the side, insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, suck your stomach in, bend your knees and sit back and down. So I like to show this one from the side because the hips and the spine do different things in each version of in each part of the posture. So in the first part, you're sticking your butt out and folding forward until you can sit down, thighs parallel to the floor. From here, suck your stomach in and do a little bit of a backward bend with your chin up, chest up, change, inhale to come up. But for the second and third parts, You want to push your hips forward, like you're going to tuck your tailbone under and then lift your heels up. So the spine is straight. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. So even as you sit, imagine somebody's got you by the ponytail, stretching the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, feet down, squeeze your knees together. Keep the insides of your feet parallel, toes not turning in, just knees coming together, heels up, and slowly sit down. Like you're sliding your back down an imaginary wet marble wall. The slower you do, the better you do, the more control, balance, and strength you gain. So notice if you're like leaning on your heels, come up a little bit, squeeze your knees together and down, and change. Slowly come up. The slower you do, the better you do. Good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. We will do the right side first. This is my right side. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right under your left. You can grab your shoulders and give yourself a big hug. You can interlock fingers or have hands in prayer, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit a little lower, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm. Left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down, stay down there, and bring your left leg over your right leg as high as possible, left over right. At first, your foot's hanging out. Point your toes towards your calf. Eventually, wrap your foot behind your calf. Doesn't have to be today. Doesn't have to be tomorrow. For today, all you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Knees to the left, upper body to the right. Sit down more. Lean your upper body back. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. We will do the right side. Swing your right arm under your left arm, palms together. Can you get wrists straight and fingers in line? It's so hard. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg. This is one of those postures where I notice longtime students kind of like check out a little bit. Like once you have the foot wrapped or the hands moderately together, it's like, okay, I'm just doing the posture, but there's no end or destination to these postures, right? It's all about working on the body. And this one's decompressing all the major joints in the body: deltoid, scapula, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles. So even if you have your hands together or your wrists bending, work on getting the wrists straight, elbows down, one day fingers below the nose. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one. Bring your left arm under your right arm, palms together, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. And progress is not linear, and bodies are not symmetrical. So on the other side, I can kind of get my fingers in line, but on this side, one hand is way higher than the other, and that's okay, right? We're just working with what we've got in the moment. Relax your jaw, bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, sit down more, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, arms down. Party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. It is toasty. I'm sweating. Okay. Okay, let us continue on this lovely 80-degree October day. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janusharasana. Shift your weight to your left leg. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Stomach in, stomach in. Start to round down and pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip, nice tight grip. Don't lose the grip. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently. Lift your right leg up until it's exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower. Standing leg locked. Take a deep breath. Kick your heel forward. Flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock, start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Good, change, slowly reverse out. Ooh, shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh and lift your left leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back, suck your stomach in. This might be enough. You can stay right here, nice and lifted. As you're ready, round forward and pick up your foot. All 10 fingers interlock. This is the setup for standing head to knee pose. It's a great way to engage your abdominal wall, to round your spine. You're working on your strength, your balance, your flexibility. You can stay here, or when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Stretch your heel forward, flex your toes back. Your standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started. If both legs lock, then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. Keep bringing your chest down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, and then roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears like rabbit pose. Good, change. Slowly reverse out. Put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Lift your right leg up. Flex your toes back. Suck your stomach in. Round down. And pick up your right foot. Standing leg should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post. Unbroken, you have no knee. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. Keep breathing. If you've been coming for a while and both legs lock, bend elbows down. Keep breathing. Elbows go below calf muscles, and you can balance comfortably, slowly. Tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, hold it, 2, 1, change, slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg. Don't think about it, just go for it. Lift your left leg up, round forward, pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice tight grip. Don't miss the grip, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go, lift your left leg up. Heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching, feeling on the backs of both hamstrings, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, press your hips more forward, tuck your chin to your chest, press your heel forward, flex your toes back, and put your forehead on your knee. Heel forward, shoulders down, toes back, lock both legs. Change, slowly reverse out. Very nice. Okay, that was a forward curl. Now we do a beautiful back bend to open the chest and shoulders. Standing bow pulling pose, feet together. Bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right. Reach back and without turning or twisting your shoulder, elbow or wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot. At the ankle bone, come with your index fingers, knees together. I'm really sweating. Bring your left arm up and all the way back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Slowly come down. Bring the abdomen and chest parallel to the floor. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up until your right shoulder disappears behind your left shoulder. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Let's do the left side. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back. Without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Bring your right arm up and back with your ear, knees together to start. Lock your right leg. Point your left toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. If all you're thinking about is falling, you're probably gonna fall. So think about kicking instead. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Keep coming and come down. Body down more, keep kicking, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right, reach back. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, knees together. Notice if one hip is higher than the other. Try to get your hips in line. It's hard. Bring your left arm all the way back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So keeping your hips in alignment is a lifetime of work. It's a constant practice of dropping your hip down, reaching your left shoulder forward, relax your right shoulder back, and breathe. Drop your right hip down, reach your left shoulder forward, relax your right shoulder back, and breathe. Body down more, leg up more, hold on, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, come on up. Last one, have heart. Bring your left hand up, don't give up. Bring it out to the left, reach back. Pick up the inside of your left ankle, at the ankle, knees together. Bring your right arm up and back with your ear. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. All 5 fingers together. Thumb with your index finger. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor, not too high, not too low. Squeeze your right thigh tight. On this side, drop your left hip down and come down. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Very nice, change, kick yourself up. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. The goal is to keep your arms with your ears and your neck in line with your spine. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and slowly come down like a seesaw. So arms with the ears and neck in line with the rest of the spine. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T, like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change. Left foot down, right foot back. Ooh, lean back, here we go. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs. You can do it, point your right toes, and slowly tilt. It's a short posture, but you still want to go down with control. Squeeze your palms together, contract both quadriceps. Point your right toes, stretch your right big toe to the wall behind you, push your index fingers towards the wall in front of you, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, feet together, arms over your head, palms together. Here we go. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross your thumbs, step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. Charge your body forward. Try to touch something in front of you. Shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body, chest down more, leg up more. Lift your heel up, heel up, heel up, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back. Here we go. Step your left foot forward, push your biceps into your ears, point your right toes, and tilt. Think like a human tug of war. So charge your body forward, stretch your big toe back. Can you lengthen your right leg a little bit more? Body down more, leg up more, point your right toes, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Wonderful. Next is the separate leg series. We will be on 2 separate legs for the next 3 postures. You are welcome to come towards the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat. I will face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana, Bikapapada, Hashimotonasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. 4 feet minimum. Arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Looking forward all the way down. Good. Grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, try taking a little bit of a bigger or smaller step. And if you still can't grab your heels, start by grabbing the outsides of your feet, or start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. You want the weight in the balls of your feet, so you could almost pick your heels off the floor. Almost, but not quite. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Take your time, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. I'm gonna move something. I got these beautiful flowers today at the store. I want to share them with you, but also I realized it looked like they were growing out of my butt in that posture. So I'm going to move these to the side so that that is not on YouTube. Okay, second set stretching. Here we go. I hope you enjoy my flowers. Arms over your head, step your right foot to the right. Big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Good. Grab your heels from behind. Roll forward like a wheel, lift your hips up, lock your legs. Now, if your forehead is already touching the floor, take a smaller step. If your forehead is nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step. Everybody roll forward, that's the equalizer. Everybody roll forward, lift your hips up, lock your legs, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, come on up, hips forward, nice, step your right foot back, arms over your head. Arms down. Wonderful. Triangle, Trichonasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward. Lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out. Left toes in. Inhale, bend your right leg. Sit down. Lean back and move your arms at the same time. Right elbow in front of the knee. Aim your right fingers towards your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. You're stronger than that. Look at, yes, you look up towards the ceiling. Yes, you touch your chin to your shoulder. Breathe. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn. Twist upper body back. Lock your left leg. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Good. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your right leg. Right toes in. Left toes out. Two heels in line. Inhale. Bend your left leg. Sit down. Lean back. And move your arms, elbow in front of the knee. Now here's the deal. Eventually, the goal is to get your left thigh parallel to the floor so your two hips and knee are in one line. However, this takes a while to do, right? Every body is different. If your thigh isn't quite parallel yet, if your hips are lifted, this is really normal. Try to maintain a diagonal line between your ankle and the crown of your head. So maybe at first it's just the forearm or wrist in front of the knee. As you're able to sit your hips down lower, then it's the elbow in front of the knee. Keep your right leg locked, right foot flat on the floor. Good, change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Second set, arms overhead, step your right foot to the right, big step. Push your hips forward, you wanna open your hips and pelvis, lean your upper body back so you start with a nice broad chest. Turn your right foot out, left toes in a little. Bend your right leg, sit down. Right leg should make an upside down L like Linda. Keep leaning back and move your arms. Hover the fingers just above the big and second toe. Again, you want a diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. Look up and stretch up. Try to bring your right ear closer to the front of your mat. Reach your left arm up. Stretch your right arm down. Drop your left thigh down. Reach your left shoulder up. Turn. Twist upper body back, lock left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Good, change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingers between your big and second toe. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, look for your right thumb, make sure all 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, wrist straight. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your right leg. Keep your right foot flat on the floor. Good. Change. Move your arms. Push left heel into floor. Left toes in. Right foot back. Arms over your head. And then float your arms down by your side. Take a moment, slowing down. In this next posture, we literally start to go inward as we round our spine, and we start to transition a little bit towards the floor, going a little bit slower. Standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Janusharasana. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, just cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, at least 36 inches. Pick up your toes. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. If you're facing the long side of your mat, you'll face the back of your mat. Turn your back toes in, and then push your hips forward, 1, 2, go slow, 3, 4, slow down, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Tuck your chin to your chest.
and you go down. Chin tuck to chest, round your spine, touch your forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your right front leg. Right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. The slower you do, the better you do. That's where you get the control, the strength, and the balance. Head up last. Pick up your toes. Pivot on your heels 180 degrees. So if you're on the long side of your mat, you will face the front of your mat. Uncross your heels. Take a bigger step. Turn back toes in, and then you want to press that right hip forward until your hips and armpits are in line. Left shoulder back a little bit. Left hip back a little bit. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So you want to go in with a lot of control. Slowly go down. Keep your back right leg locked the whole time. You can bend your front leg to touch knee and head together. Front side compression. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond big and second toe. Bring a little bit more weight into your front foot. Left hip up, right hip forward, forward, forward. Keep your 2 hips in line, both sides of your back, both shoulders rounding equally. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc. Head up, last. Nice, pivot on your heels. Right foot back, float your arms down. Second set, arms over your head, with ease, with control, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels, relax your jaw. Turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, forward, forward. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your front foot all the way down. Round your spine, suck your stomach in. Touch your knee and head together. If your hands have separated, maybe start to walk them back together. Not because you have to, but because you can. That's the spirit of class. One day, thumbs together. One day, palms together. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest. Head up last. Good, pivot on your heels. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. So you want your heels in line, but not like crisscross, right? Then you want to press the right hip forward until your armpits and hips are facing the front of your mat. Stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. As you go down slowly with control, notice if your right hip starts to open up. That is your hips trying to compensate for a tight back. Keep your hips in line so it's your spine that has to move. So you want to press your hips closer to your ribs, suck your stomach in. It's so hard. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. All 10 fingers just beyond your big and second toe. Right hip forward one more time. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly control. Come on up, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat and towel for treat and then toe. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg all the way up. Heel to costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Hold on to your foot from underneath. This might not happen today. That's okay. You can have your foot on your shin, your knee, your thigh, eventually heel to costume. Never, ever, ever force your knee. You want to feel it in your hip, not your knee. You can bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up, palms together. Elbows down, chest up, lock your left leg, point your right toes, breathe through your nose. It rhymes. Good, change, right leg down, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Remember, this side might be different. Eventually heel all the way up, heel to costume. Slowly, gently let your left knee drop back. Never force your knees. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand. But if you're like me and your foot falls, right, continue to hold on to your foot with your hand.
Press your hips forward, lift your chest up. Try to temporarily eliminate any curvature in your spine. Very nice. Slowly float your left leg down. You're welcome to do a second set of tree pose. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand. This is my favorite posture to fall out of. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Anywhere above the knee is great. Anywhere on the thigh area is a-okay. You can bring one or both hands together, stomach in, fold forward. At first, dangle forward, eventually hands to floor. Walk forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Point your right toes, drop your right knee down, keep your knees in line. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. You can also come up on 2 feet. Good, change, right leg down. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. And for those of you that are familiar with going into toe stand this way, please feel free to do that at your own rate. But for those of you that never go into toe stand because the coming down motion doesn't work for your body, I'm going to show you how to build it from the floor. So if you'd like to join me on all fours in tabletop, you're just going to tuck your toes under, bring some weight into your arms, lift the leg of your choice, and start to walk it around. See if you can get your foot on top of your thigh. Keep your back toes tucked under, walk your hands back, and now you're in toe stand, right? Without having to come at it from a standing position. I'll show you again from the front. You sit in tabletop, toes tucked under, put one foot on top, walk yourself back, and now you're in toe stand, right? So there's lots of fun ways to get into it. And to come out of that, you just push yourself up, everybody together at your leisure, change, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I have lots of fun tricks like that. So if you're ever like, I can't get into this posture, that's really normal. Send me a message and we will figure it out. We say this yoga is challenging to everyone, but accessible to everyone. Okay. Turn, lie on your back, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels close together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down by your sides. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Have you ever had to read the same sentence in a book like 10 times? Just in case, bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, close to your sides. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. There's a reason for a repetition in this style of yoga. Sometimes things just don't stick this first time or the second time or the 10th time, and I'm right there with you. But the more we do it, right, the more it makes sense. And the more, not only does it like intellectually make sense, but our body starts to feel it too, right? It makes sense in our body to have our heels close together and our toes fall open. And then over time, we don't even have to think about it. Our body just knows like, oh, right, Savasana becomes a muscle memory. Heard this beautiful story of a man who practices this style of yoga who has dementia. And so he, has lost a lot of his language and a lot of his memory for folks, but he can still do this sequence, right? The same way that a lot of people with Alzheimer's can like still play piano, stuff like that, because it lives in the body, right? You're quite literally setting yourself up for muscle memory so that like 10 years from now, you can hear somebody say, lock your knee and you whoop, snap to it, right? Okay, we continue. Pavani Mutasa, wind removing pose. I digress. Lift your right leg up, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers. Nice tight grip, grab your right shin just below the knee. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Pull down extra hard. Maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. Change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down and hold still. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down a little extra hard, freeze here, don't move, don't even blink your eyes. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class, squeeze your knees together and down,
Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down, eyes open, take a breath. Second set, right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down and hold. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Make a muscle with your left bicep, pull down there so your left shoulder stays on the floor. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. So notice if you're rolling way to the left, yeah? Try to keep your right shoulder down, right hip down, and if your right leg doesn't naturally touch the floor, that's normal. Flex your right toes back to your face. Good, change, left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows each other, squeeze your knees together, head on the floor. So you're purposely trying to put pressure on your lower abdomen here. It is called wind removing pose for a reason. This posture is really good for your digestion. It's good for lengthening your spine, and it's nice. It's a nice way to give yourself a big hug, right? Squeeze tight. Change, arms down, eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, we'll do our first sit-up together. I'll show you the first one from the side. So if you're new, you're welcome to watch how it goes. Bring your legs together, flex your toes back to your face, arms over your head, biceps with your ears, cross your thumbs, palms face the ceiling. Take a breath, hold your breath, tuck your chin to your chest, and sit up. Exhale, elbows to floor. Exhale, forehead to knees. So you exhale twice at the end as you round your spine. Good, okay, everybody turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders so your elbows point up, feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% spine strength. Beautiful. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle, like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good. Change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling. Toes together, heels fall open. Draw a slow inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, fingers below the shoulders, feet together. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So this posture is called Cobra pose for a reason. Keep your feet together so you don't have two legs, you have one tail like a cobra. All 5 fingers together, hands flat. Lock your legs, squeeze your tush, push feet, hips and hands down, lift your chest up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to the left this time, right ear on the towel, arms down, heels out. If you have a tight neck and it hurts to look left and right, you can bend one or both hands up close to your face, and that should take some pressure off of the neck and shoulder. Good, Locust Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position, palms face the floor, knuckles face the ceiling. Bring your arms underneath you, right, left, right, left. One day, pinky fingers touch. If your thumbs are touching, flip your palms the other way so palms face down. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come over the top of your head. Can you lock your right leg a little bit more? Point your right toes. Change, slowly right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. This is the only posture in the whole series where we spread our fingers wide. In every other posture, you either have fingers together or fingers interlaced. Just for here, spread your fingers wide, create maximum surface area with your palms. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide. You want to use forearms to hips for leverage. Press your shoulders down, mouth on your mat, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your heels up. Good, change. Slowly lower down, bring your arms out, look to the right, and breathe. As you inhale, feel your ribs expand. As you exhale, let everything soften. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight, flip your palms down, shoulders down, bring your arms underneath you. One day arms invisible under your body. Never force your body. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So this is an example of a posture where we might be uncomfortable, and that's okay, but you're never going to a point of pain. If it's like a yellow discomfort, that's one thing, never like a red. Change. Right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. And also, I will say, if it's not so bad, but after class, you're like, this just doesn't feel right, remember that like you're never forcing your body, even if in the moment you're like, it's not so bad, right? You're still listening to what your body's telling you. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Feet together, squeeze your butt, knees together, point your toes, feet together, thighs up a little bit more, shoulders down a little bit more, lock your legs. Good, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out, look to the left, right ear on the towel. It's something that I think we don't talk about enough in yoga is like, for sure, if you're in a posture and you're like, ow, 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 get out, right? But those times where it's a little bit more of like a gray area, but you notice like a stress pain starting to come up, right? Like something after class just doesn't feel right. It's usually maybe like the alignment is a little bit off, or maybe you're going a little bit too deep, like a little bit too soon. So just keep that in mind, even if in class you're like, it's not so bad, but afterwards you find you're like hobbling around too much. The next time you take class, really pay attention to alignment and how deep you're going into a posture. You can always come to class and just do a little bit every day and slowly build that up. You never have to like crush every posture, right? Doesn't have to be like that. Full locust, Pranayama Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. So we are trying to get away from repetitive stress injuries rather than like having those in our practice, right? So feet together, fingers in line with the shoulders, but if you have frozen shoulder, the arms might be back a little bit. That's okay. You're not forcing your body. Eventually arms perpendicular to the body, feet together, all 5 fingers together. Just focus on what you can do for today. That's breathing. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on the towel, take an inhale, take an exhale. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift, everything lifting up. So I've never regretted coming to a yoga class. I've often regretted not coming to a yoga class. I have, however, sometimes regretted going a little too far into a posture in class. I've never regretted doing a little bit less in class, right? So less is more until one day less is less, and that's when you go deeper, come a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right ear on the towel, breathing in, breathing out. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin on the floor, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking, very nice, without stopping, without intermission. So beautiful. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your right, and breathe. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, just 2 inches below the toes. Point your toes, squeeze your buns, look up towards the ceiling, and kick. So the more we point the toes and engage the glutes, the more we turn on the hamstrings, the easier it is to kick. Push your feet into your hands, push your big toes up to the ceiling. If your knees are way wider than your hips, like mine are, I know it's so hard. Let's work on alignment. Knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your left, and breathe. Breathing in, slowly breathing out. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat and towel, fix firm, Supta Vajrasana. I'll show you the first set from the side. Coming to tabletop, so open your feet and knees and start to walk your hands back. This posture is really good for tightness in toes, ankles, or knees. A little bit goes a long way. When you're tight, you can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or even behind you the whole time until one day you can sit down on the floor. So butt to the floor, heels on either sides of the hips, toes pointing back. If your toes are pointing way out or way in, it's a sign of ankle tightness. We want to work through it, not around it, right? So if you can sit down, toes pointing back, insides of the feet parallel, knees on the floor, put your hands on your feet. I'm gonna run into my table here. Put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Left elbow down, stop whenever you want. When you're ready, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in. Neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. As you release out of the posture, you release the tourniquet effect, fresh blood rushing through the toes, ankles, knees, and hips. Sometimes the release from the posture is as therapeutic as the posture itself. How cool is that? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Top of your mat and towel, second set. Open your knees, open your feet. As you're ready, start to walk your hands back, sink your hips down. If this posture is easy for you, bring your knees together, but knees never come off the floor. Put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab opposite elbow on top. Everybody together, breathing in and breathing out. Focus on what you can do. What you can do is breathe. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Change, put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Shavasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. If the sit-ups ever bother your back, remember that you can always skip them. If you are leaving class with your back not feeling well, the sit-up should be the first thing that you skip. You can always roll off to the side. Everybody come towards the back of your mat for half tortoise Artichomasta. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. Arms with your ears. You're welcome to put one or both hands on the floor and walk yourself in. Otherwise, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, slowly come up, squeeze your feet together. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So the sit-ups are good for strengthening your core for sure, but they can be a little bit intense. And in fact, any rounding of the spine motion is the first thing you want to take out if you're experiencing back pain. All of those head to knee movements, again, they're good for strengthening the core, but like when we have a weak back or an injured back, that can aggravate it. So all of the head to knee motions, including the sit-ups, first thing to go if you're experiencing back pain after class, right? So you're welcome to roll off to the side here, or legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat and towel. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. Chin away from your chest, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize.
Change, come on up. You're welcome to put your hands on the floor and push yourself up, or arms with your ears. Nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Okay, let's do it. The highlight of your Wednesday, it is camel pose on hump day. Yes, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay, come to the top of your mat. I always mean to make that joke and I forget, and I'm like so proud of myself for remembering the hump day camel joke today. Okay, come to the top of your mat, open your knees, 6 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. I'm gonna show you from the side. So standing on knees, put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, Mike, look up towards the ceiling, lift your chin and drop your head back. When you're ready, go back halfway, keep your hands on your back, freeze in the middle. You're welcome to stay here, or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, please keep your hands on your back rather than letting them dangle. It is safer for your spine. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change, put your hands on your back first, and then push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. The two things that I get asked about the most after class, which I always feel like I say it all the time, but I'll say it again. 2 things. Number 1, what do I do if my back is hurting? My answer, skip the sit-ups. Number 2, hey, I cry in camel pose. What's up with that? Am I really messed up? Answer, no, you're not messed up. We're stretching this big nerve complex in our solar plex, the solar plex nerve system. It's a big part of the nervous system. Right? The nervous system is part of what makes us feel emotions. It's what makes us feel feelings in our body, not just our mind, but in our body. And when we start to stretch that nerve system, especially when it's tight, because we don't stretch it a lot, things come up, right? Like emotional things come up. So it's a very biological response to you moving a part of your body that wants to be moved, but is not often moved in 2020 society. Right? So when we do these back bends, if you have a surge of emotion or sensation of any kind, even just like nausea or dizziness, that's really normal. There's nothing wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with you doing the posture. So do second set. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So emotions are like neurological events in our body, right? And we're working through them. We're opening this big bundle of nerves in the front of our body. Open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back, squeeze your tush, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up, look back. You can stay right here. This is enough of a hip opener, chest opener, back bend for many of us. When you're ready, go back halfway. Eventually, right hand down, left hand down, wherever you are is perfect. You want an opening to the front of your body and a bend to the spine, but you want it to be sustainable, a place where you can hold and breathe. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. Change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay. Come to the middle of your mat and towel, rabbit, Sasangasana. Let's hop to it. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest. Go down, chin to chest. Around your spine, touch your forehead to your knees. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one. Keep your head in place. Don't twist it. If your feet are coming off the floor or your grip is sliding, ease up. There's very little weight in your head. Press your feet down. Squeeze your heels together. Lift your shoulders up. Round your spine. Good. Change. Hips down. Slowly uncurl. Vertebra by vertebra. Disc by disc. Head up last. Good. Turn around. Savasana. So next Saturday is Halloween, and it's a 10 a.m. class, which isn't the most ideal time for Halloween costumes, but I'm still thinking if you would like to take Saturday 10 a.m. class with me on October 31st, I would love it if you would wear a Halloween costume. There's so many fun costumes pertaining to this style of yoga. One year I was like Elle like Linda. Somebody was a broken umbrella. Their friend was a tea like Tom. You can be a rabbit, a camel, so many options. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. I still have an adorable picture of Sarah Allen in a rabbit costume trying to do rabbit pose, and it turns out bunny ears in this posture do not work well. It was super cute. Knees, feet together, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, chin to chest, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between knees and head, walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, around your spine. Good, change hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last, good, turn around, Savasana. Okay, almost to the end, everybody's doing great. We'll do a time check. Okay, we're gonna do one set of head to knee, one set of stretching, and we're gonna flow that straight into spine twist. Fun, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay, so one set of Shavasana, head to knee. Right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, touch your forehead and knee together. You can bend your right leg as much as you need. Touch your knee and head together. Interlock your 10 fingers under the ball of your foot. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in. Stretch up first, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, bend your knee as much as you want. Flex your toes back, hook onto your foot, touch your knee and head together. If your knee and head touch easily with a bent leg, keep going. You can touch your forehead to your knee with a straight leg, keep going. Lock your leg, elbows down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here, stretch up. Otherwise, lay down on your back and sit up. Hashimotonasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left. So in head to knee pose, right, we rounded our spine to compress our abdomen. In stretching pose, we want to stretch our spine to stretch our abdomen. So keep your spine straight. When our hamstrings are tight, the back will try to round. So if you'd like, keep your knees bent so the hamstrings aren't so strained, and then go down with a flat back. If you can get your legs straight, lock your legs and then go down with a flat back. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, stay seated, spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm behind you, left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder and twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also grab your hip, your waistband. One day your inner left thigh with your right hand. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. We'll do the other side. Bend your right leg on the floor. I'll show you from the side. Touch your left heel to right knee corner, and you're welcome to have your right leg straight out in front of you. Left arm close behind you, right arm up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. And you can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind, turn around, Savasana. We begin the 26 and 2 sequence with a breathing exercise.
And we end full circle with another breathing exercise. So we always start and finish focusing on lung health, which I think is more pertinent than ever before, right? So let's do it. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the middle of your mat and towel for final breathing. Kapalbhati, sit well. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. For this version of Kapalbhati, exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, snap your stomach in. When your stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically take in air. It's pretty cool. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, one. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, shoulders down, arms strong, and away we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back. Turn around, final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs. Luxuriate. Go crazy. If you gotta go, you gotta go. If you can stay, stay. Why not? Notice if your mind has started to wander to what your body will be doing after yoga. See if you can return your mind to what you are currently doing, which is lying on the floor and breathing through your nose. This is the mind-body connection. When we are stressed, when there's, I don't know, like a global pandemic and an election and all of that stuff, one of our trauma responses is to disassociate, right? Our body and our mind go in opposite directions. And that's a coping mechanism that's really real. But through yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, we start to bring those two back together. And it turns out that's kind of the cure, right? Like that's how we calm down. The stress will kill you before the stressor ever does, right? So by not just addressing like the root of our stress, right, which is like you gotta vote, you gotta wear a mask, all that stuff, but by taking a moment to breathe, to be in our body, it turns out we actually become like a lot more competent, a lot more relaxed, a lot more able to deal with stuff outside of yoga more wholeheartedly and more effectively, right? So this isn't like a distraction. This is actually a tool to make the rest of your life a little bit easier. And the tool, right, one of the things is just constantly returning your mind back to your body, back to your breath. A slow inhale, even slower exhale, and all is coming.